Okay, back again in the back of the Yukon. You guys are probably getting sick of this. This is video 3 of this now, but I just wanted to, we're going to go through a process today. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Rather than using the little spot bot thing, I'm actually just going to use my vacuum cleaner, and we're going to try and do that on this spot. I have no doubt it'll probably work because I think this is just surface stuff from the other day, but the process is going to be similar as the other day. It's going to be Folex, agitate, but then after that I'm going to do a little bit, I'm going to put hot water in a spray bottle, and we're going to do kind of like a rinse with that rather than with the spot bot. And then I'm going to use my shop vac to extract the water with that. So it's got probably a little bit stronger vacuum on it, and we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to see what it does. So let's I guess get to it. Okay, the light's really not doing me any favors here, but like I said before, same process. Gonna hit it with Folex instant carpet spot remover. Try and get that kind of lifted up. Agitate with the brush. Then what I'll do is, once I have my vacuum ready with the claw attachment, they call it, this is just filled with hot water. And we're gonna do the rinse with that and then vacuum it that way. So we'll see what that does. Hopefully we can get this kind of surface stuff out. I have no doubt it'll probably do it, but I just wanted to showcase a different method if you didn't have a spot bot or a steamer or an extractor or something like that. This is definitely an easy way you can do carpets. My Folex is getting a little low, so we gotta do jet and try and kind of approach it from the back here. I'm just gonna do this little middle swath. We'll see what this does. Alright, now everything's agitated. I'm gonna get the vacuum ready, then we'll go through and we're gonna rinse, and I'm gonna try to extract it pretty quick so we can avoid any over soaking of the carpets. Probably can't really see the camera angle I got you guys at right now, but that did loosen up those surface stains. They're suspended now kind of in the Folex in the moisture, and so we're gonna try to extract that with the vacuum. Let me show you guys real quick the setup for the shop vac to do this. I looked in the user manual, and it said that if you're pulling up less than 2 inches of water, you can actually run this. Take the top off here. The manual says to remove the filter and just run it without the filter. Leave the little cage in place with the float. There's a little float in there. That black deal right there is a float. You can see some of the water I've already pulled up. But if you don't have a wet filter, if one didn't come with yours, you don't want to go pick one up, just run it like that. We're not picking up like heavy dust particulates or anything like that, so that works just fine. You don't want to leave your regular filter on there when you're doing this. Mine's back here. Because if that gets saturated with water, then you actually have to wait for it to completely dry out before you can use your vacuum to pick up anything dry again. So I'm just running it without. I think it worked pretty well. It looks like my tank is actually leaking a little bit. We're gonna have to fix that. Gross. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a little bit of rinse. I'm about to lose audio because the vacuum is gonna be loud, but I'm just gonna rinse and then vacuum as I go. Okay, so that's kind of the process there. Carpet's still pretty damp. Without a nozzle to sort of, let me bring you guys in a little closer. Without a nozzle, you know, on the end and attachment on the end that's transparent so you can see what you're pulling up, it's kind of difficult to tell when you're rinsing clean. There are attachments for shop vacs on Amazon that are clean, They come with little adapters to fit on your vacuum. But as you can see, as I was sort of extracting, it was kind of pulling that dirt along the surface of the carpet, and it, like, that spot that was right here has now kind of moved back here. So what I'm gonna have to do is probably Folex this spot. We're gonna agitate it a little bit again, and then I'll rinse it with the hot water and back it out. Probably going this way to try and kind of pull along the side of this channel here. So, here we go. Okay, so that's looking quite a bit better than I left it the other day. Still a little bit of darkness right there. Bring you guys back in. You can see it's starting to look a lot better. It's a lot better than when we started, that's for sure. Sorry about the sun there, it's kind of blocking some of the light uniformity. There's a little bit of darkening down in here still, but way better than the last time when we did it with just the spot bot. As far as like the dampness goes, I would say it's pretty comparable to the amount of dampness that was coming out of the spot bot that I was using. Pretty similar. It might actually be slightly more damp, to be honest. And I think that's probably just a testament to the attachment that I'm using on the vacuum. I'll get these two here to show you the difference. So this is the SpotBot's attachment head that we were using in the last video. This is the one I'm using for the shop vac. You can see this opening is pretty wide. That's probably, I don't know, the width of like a penny or something. It's a pretty large opening. And then if you look at the one on the SpotBot, it's very narrow. So you're really like focusing where that suction is pulling the water out, which probably helps it in extracting. I think that's why this feels just a little bit more damp. But if you don't have one of these, don't want to buy one of these, you can definitely get by with a shop vac. And then maybe just, you know, put some fans in the car, leave it open if you can for a period of time, and just kind of let it air dry. It is pretty comparable. I'm not trying to say this is like super damp, but it is maybe just a little bit more damp than with the SpotBot. And again, you could probably remedy that by, this is what came with my vacuum kit, but you could get one of those extractor heads off Amazon and put it on your shop vac and probably get a little bit more focused suction to kind of help pull that water out. But I really think this looks a lot better than it was. And so, I mean, thumbs up to this process. In a pinch, I think you can do it. Or really like not in a pinch. I think it actually just, it works pretty good. So I'm probably going to come back in, and I'm actually probably going to do this area just one more time to try and get some of that dirt out. But I like this process. I think it works pretty good. Wait a minute, hold on. I just had this thought. This is actually after I recorded the entire video. I don't know where I'll stick this in the video, but I was like, wait a minute. So here's my hose, came with my vacuum, right? Here's the SpotBot head. I wonder. Oh, look at that. We've got ourselves a fit. So, hello. Let's give this a whirl. Look at that. That's working, dude. Look at that gross water. Very good. Let me tell you, that's the combination right there. That really did a fantastic job. Now we're so much more dry. I mean, up here, like loosely damp, you know? A little saturated down here. It's just a little bit damper because this is that area I was focusing. Had all that dirt. But man, that did a pretty good job. I just got lucky right there that head fit on there. But, how about that? Sometimes you get lucky. So I do think that was better than this. This is like just, it's too big of an opening really to focus that and really pull water out. The other one gives you, you know, much better suction just right there on that little line at the end of that head. So that worked pretty well. This is actually still just a little bit dirty back here. You can see some discoloration right in here. But man, overall, I'm impressed with how that worked. Just happened to get lucky that head fit. So, all right, on to the rest of the video, or thanks for watching if this was the end. Okay, here's after a few more passes with rinsing, a little bit of Folex, and then using that spot bod head on the shop vac. Man, what a difference. It looks so much better than it did after just the spot bod alone the other day. We'll have to see if, you know, if anything rises back to the surface once it dries, because that's what happened the other day. If that's the case, I may have to kind of lift up this carpet and get underneath it and see if I can clean something out back behind there. This is actually pretty easy to remove right here. It just snaps off and you can lift the carpet up. But anyways, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Might still be just a little bit dark right there, but what a difference. And I'm floored. I just love that attachment fit on my shop vac. That's perfect. Here's just a quick look at the finished result after using that new little trick I found, since this fits. And then, you know, kind of rinsing the area after I Folexed and agitated it with some hot water. Came out really good, man. This looks so much better than the first round. And I have no doubt the first round helped, but this looks pretty good. Can't wait to get up there and do some of that and see how that comes out, see if it works a little better. And yeah, but I mean, this, heck yeah. All right, let's take a look at the stuff that was extracted too. There you go. Gross. So, man, it did a pretty good job, man. I'm impressed with the sort of lucky find there that worked. A little sneak peek for you guys. I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought a McCulloch, what is it, 1385 steam machine. I haven't ever used one of those before in my detailing, and now I've never been like a professional detailer or anything, but I've never used it in all of the several years I've been doing friends and family's cars and stuff, so I'm excited to try that out. We're going to try and use it on some of the staining in here. Some of the stuff that we weren't able to get out in the previous episode. Stuff like that. I'm going to see what it does to stuff like this. This little spot here. Some stuff there under the seat. And then over there that you guys saw in the last video. We're going to try that steamer out. So be looking for that episode. It's supposed to get here tomorrow. So I'll be checking it out. This is like kind of my test vehicle, you know. It's got years of dirt, so it's a good way to check out the effectiveness of some of these tools. So look forward to that. Thanks for checking this video out. Be sure to like, subscribe, blah, 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 all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.